Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna and I am a vegan runner living in Tokyo, soon to be living in London. And today I wanted to share my story of how I got my visa to live and work in London because it was kind of a dramatic journey to get to where I am right now. And I don't know, maybe you're somebody who wants to live in the UK one day, or you're applying for the same visa as me, you're in the same situation. I hope this can be helpful for you. I guess, yeah, we'll just start from the beginning. In July, my boyfriend found out through his company that they want to relocate him to London, which is his company's headquarters. And we have been dating for like 2 years, and we always discussed together like moving from Japan together, like if one of us gets an opportunity to move, like we'll do it together. So when I found out that, you know, we would be moving to London, I was like excited but also like so scared because I've never been to London. You know, I didn't know what to really think of it because I didn't really imagine myself ever living in London or living in the UK, so it was just very, when the moment hit that I knew, I was like, oh my god. It was hard to process. But yeah, eventually like I had to think about like how I was gonna actually live in London because we're not married, and so I had to think of another way to, you know, actually move to London. And I'm half Japanese, half American, so I have dual citizenship. I have both passports, and with my American passport I can't really go anywhere. Like the US passport is kind of useless when it comes to visas, and except for like Japan's like quite simple to get a visa here, but in Europe and stuff it's quite hard to get a visa if you're an American citizen. So I was doing some research with my boyfriend on what options we had, and we stumbled across the Tier 5 Youth Mobility Scheme visa. It's open to citizens from certain countries. I'll pull up the list of the countries that are eligible. So citizens from Australia, Canada, Japan, Monaco, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Republic of Korea, and Taiwan can apply for this. And you have to be between ages 18 and 30, and you have to have at least 1,890 pounds in savings. So as long as you can prove your citizenship, your age, and your funds, you can apply for this visa. So we were like so excited. We were like, oh my god, I can go to London, I can live with you, like I can just apply for this visa, it's so simple, like whatever, let's just apply for it. Little did we know it was too good to be true. Like, is it really that simple? Like I just have to be Japanese and I can go to the UK? Like that's crazy. So what I did was I applied for it, and the application is pretty simple. The only thing that took a while was like you have to write down all of your travel history, like every single place you've been to in the past 10 years. You have to fill it in your visa application. And I've traveled a lot, especially because I did a backpacking trip 2 years ago and I went to, I don't know, like 10 different countries, so that was a lot of work just like inputting all that data. But other than that, it's quite straightforward. Like you just put obviously your name, your age, and your family information, and you also have to declare if you have another citizenship. So I had to declare my American citizenship, and there's some other things that are just like basic application questions. So I submitted that, and then you also have to get a bank statement from your bank that like shows that you have this amount of money in your savings account. So I had to call my bank, which I'm part of Shinsei Bank, so I called Shinsei Bank and I asked for a bank statement. It was quite simple. Like it cost me 1,000 yen, which is kind of annoying that you had to pay for that, but oh well. And they mail it to you in about 1 week. So once I got my bank statement, I think after that was when I booked my appointment with VFS, because once you submit your application on the UK website, they connect you to the Japanese like agency that's kind of the middleman between the government and the applicants. And you have to go to this office, the agency office, and they do the visa process for you. So I booked my appointment for VFS, which is the agency, and my appointment was booked for August 21st. So on August 21st, I'm so excited. I'm going to VFS. I'm like, yes, I'm, you know, inching closer and closer to my UK visa. I get there and I show them the email that confirms my appointment day. Then he's like looking through this list of names and he can't find my name on this list. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, are you sure your name is, because I have two names. I have my Japanese name and my American name. So my Japanese name is Sakai Anna and my American name is Anna Wildman. And on my Japanese passport it says Anna parentheses Nobuko, and then my last name is Sakai parentheses Wildman. So my Japanese passport is really weird. Yeah, the guy was asking me like, are you sure that you booked the appointment under like this name? Like, do you have another name? And I was like, no, I'm like 100% sure I booked it under Sakai Anna because that's my Japanese name and I'm applying using my Japanese citizenship, you know, so I wouldn't use like my American name for this application. And yeah, he was like, did you get an email from the UK government? Like, can you show me that email? And I was like, well, I got an email saying that like I applied. And he was like, no, not that one. Like, I need the lottery email. And I was like, lottery email? And I didn't know what he was talking about. And he was like, yeah, like you have to apply when the lottery opens. And I was like, what is he talking about? And the guy told me, by the way, this guy was like just a security guard. Like, I didn't even get into the actual agency. Like, I was stopped by the security guard at the entrance. But anyway, so he was like, yeah, this visa for the tier 5 visa, the lottery is twice a year and it's, you know, it opens up at random times. You can only apply for this visa when the lottery is open. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I've never seen that on the website. Like, I was getting really frustrated because like this was the first time I ever heard about a lottery system. I was like, what the hell? How did I miss this like huge piece of information? I was so annoyed. And I tried to like tell him like, well, this isn't on the website. Like, how am I supposed to know that this is how it works? And he was like, well, I'm sorry, like I can't really help you, but like just look at the website and you know, you'll see it. And I was like, oh my god. So I like quickly googled and I googled maybe like lottery Japan UK holiday visa, and it came up that there was a lottery. And I was like, oh my god, like why? I just spent like over $1,000 on this application because it's the application fee, which is $300 plus the IHS like healthcare fee that you have to pay in advance, which is $800. So it was a lot of money that I just spent to, you know, submit this application. And I was like so sad, and I just there was nothing that the guy could do. Like, he couldn't let me in because I hadn't won the lottery. So I left the building and I called my boyfriend Joseph, and I was like literally bawling. I was like, oh my god, I just went in and they kicked me out. Like, I can't apply for the visa because I didn't enter the lottery. And I was just like blabbering and like just so devastated. And Joseph was like really pissed too. Like, he was like, do you want me to come? Like, I can talk to them. And I was like, no, you can't do anything. He was like, just try to like go inside and talk to a real agent. And I was like, no, he won't let me. And I was like afraid to go back in because actually I was like kind of rude to the security guard, and I kind of like left without saying bye or saying thank you. I just like kind of stormed out. So I didn't want to go back in and show my face. And I was so sad because like our future was riding on this visa. It was riding on it. I felt like my life was like slipping from me and I had no control, and there was no way for me to get to London and be with Joseph, and it was devastating. I was shocked, really. Then after that, we discovered this like Japanese blog, Japanese website that has a ton of information on the UK Youth Mobility Scheme visa. The website is called workingholiday.net, and they have working holiday information for all the countries that Japan works with to do working holiday. So it's like UK, Australia, Canada, and some other countries. So if you are a Japanese citizen, you probably are not watching this because I'm speaking in English, but who knows, maybe you are. But yeah, you can find a lot of information on workingholiday.net about all the working holiday options for you. But on that website, they were giving updates on when the lottery would be for the next round for the UK. And actually, the first lottery round had just been closed. It was opened up in July, so I had just missed it because I applied in August. So that was a bummer. So I just kept every day checking that blog to see if they had any more updates on when the second lottery would be. And then finally around like the beginning of September, there was an announcement that the second lottery would be opened on September 21st. And I was like, yes, like that's close enough that I can still apply, because we were planning to move to London around December. So I needed to figure out an option by like October or November. In order to enter the lottery, you just have to email this one email address that they provide saying like your name, your date of birth, your citizenship, whatever, and then I guess they enter it in a database. So the second lottery is only for 200 names. The first round has 800 slots, and the second lottery only has 200 slots. So in total, there's only 1,000 people who can get chosen every year from Japan to live in the UK on this visa. So it's like super small. But I think what I had on my side this time was that it's COVID, right? So I don't think so many people are leaving Japan right now, or like really looking to travel or like live abroad in this kind of climate. So yeah, I think I got lucky in that respect. I don't know how much more lucky I was, but I emailed that email address on the 21st, and then on the 24th I got an email saying that I was selected, and I was like, oh my god, I felt so special because the wording was like, you have been selected, and I was like, I've been selected by the gods. Like I just felt really, really lucky. Yeah, from there I immediately reapplied on the website, and I repaid everything. Luckily, I asked for a refund on my original application because, you know, it wasn't really my fault that I applied without knowing about the lottery. I was able to ask for a refund for the first round of the application. It came about a month after I requested the refund. But anyway, then I rebooked my VFS appointment, and it was set for October 6th, I believe. And I'll insert a clip here showing my experience on the second time. Okay, I just got done with my biometrics appointment for the UK visa, and I was so nervous because the first time I went, they kicked me out. So this time I went, I was super prepared. I printed out like so many things. Actually, like there was so much conflicting information online of what you need to bring and what you don't need to bring. So I was confused about like what was actually necessary. But actually all you need to do is bring your checklist and your passport. You don't need to bring like your financial document. You don't need to print your application or anything like that. It was super quick. I was in and out in like 20 minutes. They didn't even ask me any questions about why I was applying or who I was going with or about my dual citizenship. They just like confirmed my identity, took my fingerprints, took a picture of me, and that was pretty much it. And it was super simple. They were really nice as well. They talked to me in Japanese, which I was, kind of surprised, kind of not surprised, because I thought it would be in English because it's a UK thing, but they were all Japanese employees, so that was kind of interesting. But well, one thing that's kind of concerning is they said it might take longer than usual, which is 3 weeks. This is the standard. It might take longer than that because of the coronavirus situation. They don't know how long it'll take to process the visa, so I don't know. I'm leaving in like 6 weeks, so hopefully it comes back by the time my flight departs. Yeah, that's the only thing that's kind of concerning, but fingers crossed it'll take 3 weeks as usual, but let's see. And VFS is very like pushy when it comes to upselling you. Like they try to upsell you on these like premium packages where they help you with your visa application, they expedite the process for you, they can send you the passport instead of having you come pick it up when your application has been processed. They do all these extra like surcharge type of things, and they really try to push on you because, yeah, I guess that's how they make money. But you really don't need to pay for any of that. Just do it like standard, don't pay for any extra fees unless you need it expedited for some reason. I didn't pay for anything extra. In the back of my mind I was super nervous still because of my name thing. I was just like concerned that if that would cause an issue, and also the fact that I have dual citizenship, I was like maybe that will affect my visa like application. I also was worried about like my travel history because all of my travel history has pretty much been done on my American passport, and my Japanese passport has way less like stamps and travel history on it, but I submitted my travel history for both passports, right? So I was worried that they would see that and get confused because like they only have my Japanese passport, but yet on my application there's all this other travel history that they can't see, so I was kind of concerned about that. And they told me, as you could see in the video, that it would take about 3 weeks, and it took 3 weeks and 1 day for the visa to be processed, and on the 28th of October, my last day of work, I got an email from VFS saying that my application has been processed, and that I can come pick it up. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, like it's been processed. But it didn't say like if it was accepted or rejected, so I was like, oh my god, like what if it was rejected? I was like so nervous. I was so nervous. But the next day at 8 a.m. I went to the VFS office to collect my passport, and on the way there I was like so scared. Like I felt sick. I felt like I was gonna puke. I was so nervous that I would open up my passport and there would be nothing, you know, like no visa. Okay, I'm heading over to the visa center again to pick up my passport. It's the 29th, so it's a little over 3 weeks since I sent it in. So it took a little bit longer than I expected, but I don't know if it was accepted or denied. They don't tell you anything, they just say it was processed, so I'm a little bit nervous. I really hope it was accepted, but let's see, fingers crossed. I'm so happy, guys. I got it. There's like a letter here that comes with your passport, and that's all I could see when I first opened the envelope, and I was so scared that it would be like your visa has been declined, but it says your application for a UK visa has been successful. This means that when you arrive in the UK you will have permission to be in the UK as a tier 5 immigrant from December 2020 to December 2022. Yay! I'm so happy. Like this has been so stressful these past couple months, just figuring this out, dealing with this all, so I'm just so happy that I can go to the UK legally and get a job. So yeah, let this be a lesson to anyone out there who wants to do the same visa. Please pay attention to the lottery days because you will waste your time and money if you don't do it within the lottery window. Now it's on to job hunting. I have to finish selling everything in my apartment. We're packing up now, and I'm looking for a job, which is also stressful. The stress doesn't end here, but you know, at least there was a happy ending with the visa, and I hope this was helpful for one of you guys out there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please subscribe if you want to see more videos about my journey to London, about vegan food. That's mostly what I'll be talking about probably. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!